I'm working on it. That was the great Bruce Willis as Corbin Dallas in The Fifth Element. Hey everybody, I'm Matt Wolf, the Wolf of Journey, and I prepare founders to secure funding for their startup or small business. Today, we're talking about the beta release of a product. What is it? Why do you need it? And what are the pros and cons? Well, in plain English, a beta release is the version of your product that's ready to be thrown out into the wild. Sort of. Following the alpha release, it's still a bit rough around the edges, but it's on the right development path. The whole point is to get a select, emphasis on select, group of outsiders to poke around, break stuff, and tell you what's wrong before you launch the MVP, minimum viable product. Think of it like a product's final rehearsal, but with an audience that isn't as forgiving. Why is the beta release such a big deal? Well, because this is where you get to find out if your genius idea is actually genius, or if it's about to faceplant in front of paying customers. It helps you squash bugs, iron out the kinks, and make sure your launch doesn't turn into a beep show. Plus, it's an integral step toward your MVP, so you can keep building without tripping over yourself. So what are some pros of a beta release? Well, number one, real-world chaos testing. Your beta users will break things in ways you didn't even know were possible. Better to find out now than when it's in the hands of actual customers. Number two, last-minute tweaks. Feedback from the beta testers means you get to do a few final adjustments before you send your product out into the real world. Number three, unfiltered user opinions. So long as you meticulously curate your pool of beta testers, you'll get raw, honest feedback from people who have no problem telling you what sucks. It's like your product's final therapy session before it actually has to face reality. And of course, as always, there are some cons to the beta release. And number one, prepare for the long haul. Betas aren't perfect, and neither is the feedback. Be ready to slog through fixes and updates based on what your beta testers find out. Number two, it's a money pit alert. Fine-tuning the beta means pouring more resources into a product that's not quite there yet. And number three, everybody's a critic, right? Opening your product up to a wider audience means everyone's got an opinion, and not all of them will line up with your grand vision. Get ready to be objective and sift through the noise. While it might be tempting to blow through the beta release and get to the real launch, trust me, it's worth taking your time, just like I mentioned in my previous alpha release post. This is your product's last chance to shine before stepping into the spotlight. And a little polish now will save you a lot of headaches later. If you want to learn more about how we elevate founders to being sophisticated, then reach out to us to learn more. And if you found this video informative, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. That's all for now. The Wolf of Journey is signing out.